But before we get into it, I just got to get all these wrinkles out of my Tanner McKee jersey. So that people can see this Tanner McKee jersey.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you ready?
Sure.
All right, we're going to start this thing off. Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Friend Zone. This is our main podcast where we keep the main thing the main thing. Don't forget to check out our Picks pod. It does release prior to this pod, so hopefully you would have seen it already. But if not, go back and check it out. Thank you for watching us here on YouTube or Spotify, listening to us on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Instagram, X, Twitter, at FriendZonePod. That's friend with a PH, PHRIEND, ZONEPOD. Say it, sing it, learn it, love it. Type it, click it, do all the cool things. And I think that's all I have for now. We can do some housekeeping at the end if we need. But mostly just check out our socials, Friendzone Pod. That's where all our stuff is. Click on all the stuff. So do you want to start this off, John?
Well, you said you have lots of questions you want to ask.
Yeah,
Should we talk about the game in general?
Yeah, we'll talk about the game in general, and then I'll get into my thoughts.
All right.
Or
so
questions.
I think we left last week saying that this would be a very bad loss for the Eagles to take, considering everything that was going on around this team. And as it turned out, it was a very bad loss for this team to take with everything going on around this team.
And it looked bad.
It looked bad.
Really bad.
Jalen Hurts played, we keep saying, probably his worst game of his career.
It continues
So
to get
this
worse
is-
and
Was
worse.
definitely
The worst stretch of games he's had in his career.
ever,
I would agree.
probably.
Yeah, I agree. Especially since his rookie year.
The defense again showed up and kept this team in this game way longer than they should have been. A lot of failed execution, as everyone says in that fucking locker room. But honestly, as bad as Jalen Hurts played, he made enough plays that they should have won this game.
Yeah.
3 big missed opportunities by A.J. Brown, who had been spending half the season calling for the ball, wanting to be more involved.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
They would
Mouth.
win
All
if
he
they
is
would
is a
use him.
mouthpiece right now.
So as much as we want to put this on Jalen Hurts, he made enough plays to win this game, and I'm not going to take that away from him. Where else do we want to go from here? 7 sacks on the road.
Yeah, that was really good. Although the Chargers'
Even-
offensive line is
Offensive line's terrible.
Generationally,
But
They
no
did
Jalen Carter.
They took advantage of it, though.
true. That's true.
Without Jalen Carter.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if you guys
Oh, my
heard
God.
watching
Davis
that
looks
broadcast, but Justin Herbert apparently had hurt his hand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anyone was aware.
I don't know if the announcers have made that clear.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. How much they
His non-throwing hand.
road. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers said like the same thing,
Saquon-
and they didn't care at all on the Steelers broadcast. Not that I like Aaron Rodgers, but you know.
Saquon broke off another long home run, 52-yard touchdown run on the back of Jordan Mailata hold. I think Jordan Mailata looks really bad this year, guys, as I know
This
we've
whole
talked
offensive
about
line, maybe.
everybody. I don't know where we want to go from here. There was a lot of times where Landon Dickerson was just standing straight up and down watching Saquon
Can we
get
just sit
tackled,
Landon
like-
Dickerson at this point? He's a liability out there. He just
him and
gets-
Cam, but like
You can't
Frank-
sit
you already
both
have
of them.
Toth, you already have Johnson out there, you already have Steen.
Tyler Steen doesn't look good either. Tyler Steen, every single play is standing up and staring at
It's so
Jalen
annoying.
until we snap the ball.
And as soon as he
So it's
sits
like-
down,
They snap the
That's what
ball,
they snap
so
the
it's
ball.
obvious for the other side. I just think it's ridiculous.
I
The
never
whole
saw
offensive
Beckham
line
do it
is so
like that.
bad.
Why
now.
is Steen doing it?
Becton has done it would do it occasionally, but not
Every play.
every single play.
And then
He's
he sits
standing
down
up.
and the ball gets snapped.
Yep.
So everybody just goes,
Like
oh,
clockwork.
the ball's getting snapped.
I'm also not sure if you guys took notice, but it looked like they were trying to like implement motion, whether or not it was
Yeah.
to the
I watched,
benefit of the
I
player or
watched
not.
it happen.
The defense did not move at all. They did not care about the motion. It
Yeah.
didn't look like they passed anyone off.
Yeah.
Eagles defensively are always very active, passing off like assignments and stuff when there's
Yeah.
motion on the play. And I just didn't see the Chargers reacting to anything they were trying to show them pre-snap. So I don't know if they just see it as window dressing on top of plays that already exist and they already know what the scheme's going to be.
Probably what it is.
Probably is what it is, but like It's so embarrassing. Just I don't know.
There was more throws into the middle of the field, to whatever that means.
He missed AJ a couple times when he was open. Didn't even try to throw it there. Ran to the boundary.
AJ dropped the touchdown.
AJ dropped one over the middle too that turned into
AJ
one of
dropped the
Jalen's
first play of the game.
interceptions.
That was a bomb.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 16 in overtime, I thought the game was probably over, and he threw a really nice post route to Devontae Smith over the middle.
Yeah.
Great route, obviously, because it's Smitty, but great ball placement. Ball was on time.
Yeah.
I think like whatever in his head is saying that like he's not good at throwing over the middle or not comfortable throwing over the middle, he just needs to speed that clock up because like he gets in trouble holding the ball too long.
Yeah.
With those throws over the middle, he just needs to see it and be like, okay, it's there, and just go.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how you get him back to that because that's what he used to be.
Yeah. I think Jalen Hurts is broken
Different
at
play
the moment.
caller would definitely be a start. I don't even know Sirianni. I don't know how great Sirianni really is.
I think they won that Super Bowl in spite of him. He was
At this
surrounded
point,
by.
I don't disagree with that.
He was
take.
surrounded by.
I don't agree with it
great
necessarily,
coaches.
but I don't disagree with it. I don't think it's entirely wrong because Kellen Moore clearly.
He was surrounded by Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio.
He's winning
Saints
games
have-
right now
and
with
the
a
Saints have
far
the worst roster.
worse
in the NFL.
roster.
The Saints might have the worst roster in the NFL.
And still
Genuinely,
pull out
if
wins.
you've looked at that, like they don't. Our only good players are 36, like 37-year-old Cam Jordan and 36-year-old Alvin Kamara.
Maybe
However old
and
he is.
Kamara's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah. So
Olave might be on that
Olave-
list, but he's like a walking concussion time bomb.
injury. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Syria. I don't even know, but I don't. Jalen definitely has looked terrible, but he is not the issue to me. I don't think
He's not the biggest issue.
I don't think he is within the top. I don't think he's one of the top 3 to 5 issues. Frankly, he's probably in the 3 to 5 issue range this year. I think play calling, offensive line. I had a third one. Damn it.
Well, one of my questions is why does the passing game look the same every year, regardless of our offensive coordinator?
AJ's been a 1,000-yard receiver for the last 3 years. So,
It just seemed it looks. I don't know.
It's terrible.
It looked not great last year, even though they won the Super Bowl. But they had like a generational running game, so you didn't really need the pass game like that. Brian Johnson's pass game looked shitty. Shane Steichen's looked all right. I mean, he hasn't seemed to have gotten better from that point on.
I think part of the problem is like at the end of the day, this is all Sirianni's offensive scheme.
Oh yeah,
This is just different guys' takes on what Sirianni wants to run.
Sirianni
And then
always
obviously
says,
Kellen
"This
Moore
is
was
my
like-
offense."
Kellen Moore was like the most dynamic with it last year, and then obviously 22 with Steichen taking care of things. But I think at the end of the day, and now like with Sirianni more involved with offensive game planning, I don't know if that's going to be to a detriment as well because you just keep adding more cooks to the kitchen.
I mean,
And who's Jalen really listening to when he's taking advice on these things?
That's probably why he looks so bad right now.
Right.
Too many people he doesn't trust are giving him bullshit. I don't know. Also, I don't like. I'm glad that we won the Super Bowl last year, but it's not going to be good for moving forward this year or next year with maybe a head coach or some kind of.
I mean, I think
coaching
people will still want this roster, assuming. I mean,
Yeah.
Sirianni's not going anywhere. I don't think.
Well, I mean,
This is going to be another season with another playoff and possibly
So,
a
at what
division
point
championship.
does any meaningful change happen? We have to wait another year of this.
I don't know. I think like it's a results-driven
Not another
league.
year, but the end of this, I would say that, yeah.
I guess we'll see how the season ends. I think they're going to make the playoffs no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. But, no matter
but they're
what,
going.
yeah.
They're going to. They're
Yes, statistically.
probably going to
yes.
win the NFC East.
Yeah,
'cause-
statistically, they're going to win the NFC East.
But I don't even know. My question is, if this keeps looking so shitty, how much time of shittiness did they give him since they won the Super Bowl last year? Is
Well,
it-
I mean, Doug was out what 3 years,
3 years
after
after?
the Super Bowl.
so
Yeah.
are we going to go through another 2 years of shittiness looking?
I think
Offense?
like one more.
If there's
because
another
there's an
collapse,
expectation to win.
If there's
now.
another collapse in first round exit with this roster, maybe his seat's a little hot this offseason.
But we still have him next year.
Yeah,
Probably.
Which
would be
is
hot, I would say.
kind of an issue. You're wasting the prime of
All these guys.
all these offensive talent you have.
The defensive talent, frankly.
And the defense is going to be angry. They're doing their job, well, other than the Bears game.
Yeah.
They kind of shit the bed, but also they're probably tired as shit because they're on the field most of the game because 3 and out. Oh, wait, we got one play here. Oh, it's a penalty, 3 and out.
They're also still taking bad penalties, but we can talk about that every week because it's not a greatly coached team.
What do we think about the Raiders game? It's a terrible team.
Did you have any more questions involved with this
Do you want
game?
me to read my list of questions that we have here?
Sure.
All right. Kevin Patullo is an issue, but maybe not the only one. But he's probably the biggest one, but definitely not the only one. So I wrote it twice. So Jalen's got to take some of the blame for this. He's not blameless
1,000%.
for having this stretch of. I could see having a bad game here and there, but having this long of a stretch of poor. He's missing open guys.
Yeah.
He's not seeing them, and then when he does see them, he throws the ball in shitty spots. But then in that perfect ball to AJ. So okay, the AJ. Next question.
All right, but so if AJ catches that ball on the first drive,
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying that's a
probably changes
touchdown.
the
I'm
game.
not saying that's a touchdown, but that's like
It sets the tone.
35, 40 more yards on Hurts's line, and then if he catches that touchdown, obviously that's another.
I feel like if he catches
40
that
yards
ball
and
first play of the
touchdown.
game, it changes the whole time.
So then you're looking at Jalen throwing over like 300 yards.
So after that first drive, did they go through? They went 3 and out, right?
Yes.
No, I think they converted and then got set back by a penalty after that.
Either way, it was a very.
I think like
quick,
Goddard converted on
it was
third
a very
down on
quick
that first
drive,
drive.
I think.
Yeah.
And if he catches that bomb, it was right in his hands. I think it changes the whole tone of that game, and we build from there. So this isn't really a question, but my next thing I wrote, AJ is all talk, has a chance after chance to be great, and failed miserably. So that's just observation I've made in that game. That ball that went off his hands, got picked, should have been caught.
The drop touchdown.
That drop touchdown,
Drop
Should have been
splash
caught.
play at the beginning of the
Yeah.
drop splash play at the beginning.
I agree.
Next thing here, Jalen's unwillingness to run the ball as much as before is probably hurting the Eagles' offense.
Yeah, I agree
Because
with
it's what's
that.
made him the X factor quarterback, and
I
he's
agree.
not known to be a prolific passer, so he kind of needs that run game
I
to
agree.
make him great.
I 100%
And he's
agree.
not doing it for whatever reason. Maybe it's a business decision.
I think it's a business issue.
Sure, but then
No, I'm not agreeing with it, but I think
Which is
it's a
just weird
business
because
decision.
he's really good at not taking a big hit.
Yeah.
Like he got clotheslined in a game
But
earlier
that's
this
the
year.
part
and
of
it
his
was, like,
game
so
that's-
rare.
that's the part of his game that makes him the X factor player.
Right.
You take that away
Is it
from
the
him,
Lions?
he's an average quarterback. Like,
Tampa Bay, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, it was.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
wearing
I
this
think it was
jersey.
Vita Vea.
what
Yeah.
is Jalen without the running ability? He's just another quarterback.
It was Vita Vea.
And he's not a great passer, so he's not going to blow anybody's socks off.
Wow.
Okay, so Jalen is and never will be a great passer. He needs to run the ball to be great. Otherwise, he's average. I just wrote that. Oh, I just said that.
They're crushing it, man.
Jalen has Jalen actually progressed as a passer since 22?
I think Jalen has one of the best deep balls in the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
We've watched him be able to throw the ball over the middle, and like someone just needs to sit him down and say that's where like you scheme guys open and you attack the guys who are like not as good in coverage at the linebacker position rather than the cornerbacks. So
I think he has improved. I mean, just like since 2022. Is
Okay.
that what your question is?
Yeah, has he improved since
I
then?
think for sure he's improved as
Okay.
a passer. I think I would agree that he doesn't run the ball as much. So I think that's
hurting the team.
but I think he has improved as a passer since 2022 for
Okay.
sure.
Probably right. I'm just angry right now, and I'm seeing what I see.
I think
and it's just
He hasn't thrown many interceptions all year, so the amount of interceptions are obviously really bad in turnovers in general. But I think that that's more just like returning to average, missing like just not even seeing wide open guys. Like
Yeah, that's-
not
usually. I mean, he was pretty good at finding the guy.
that's all his job is
Although when he first
distributing
came in
to
the
all
league,
these
John's like,
these
"Oh, his
weapons.
processing is kind of slow."
Well,
And
that's
he
what's
seems to
worried.
be
right.
and that
Reverted
was
back
what
to
it
that.
looked like. That's what I think when the play calling's bad and when he gets frazzled, for lack of a better word, he reverts to not.
And then I
He
wrote,
just throws to his first read or doesn't.
and I wrote just AJ is a cunt.
Well,
And then also, this is going to make people angry. In doomsday scenario, I'm not saying I think this, but at what point do we actually seriously consider benching Hurts or looking for another?
I think it's a good question.
I don't think you ever consider benching Jalen Hurts unless you're done with Jalen Hurts because it's really hard
Well,
to come back from.
At what point are they done with him?
I mean, there's rumors coming around this week that Howie might be looking at drafting a quarterback next year. And I mean, if Jalen hears that, like,
It's over. Carson Wentz, we got rid of.
you don't want to be
after
looking over
signing
your shoulder. It doesn't help
huge
anything.
deal.
But also, you can't. He's having a horrible stretch of games. But he also was
Thank
part
God
of,
we didn't draft Shadur
He
Sanders
was
because you never
also-
would want to be starting
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Oh my God.
He was also part of the Super Bowl team that blew the fucking socks off the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, that's true.
Mostly
it
due
was
to the
not-
passing game.
It was not that long ago.
He will not be benched, I think, before the end of this season unless they're done with him.
He won't be benched this season.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think once you bench him, you can't go back.
I think next year, if next year starts off really, really badly, there's a chance he gets benched, especially if we draft a quarterback before the 4th round. If that makes sense. Like if we draft like a 3rd round guy and we want to take a flyer, or like
And
we want to
Tanner's
try
there.
Tanner.
People really
like,
want to see Tanner.
Yeah, some people.
I say the
more than
the
others.
organization's
Yeah,
so
I mean,
hot on
he
Tanner.
looks
yeah,
good.
he does look good.
He looks like a quarterback when he's
Yeah,
out
he
there.
does. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think
Alright.
he gets benched
Those
this
were
season. For
those
sure.
were just my. I
That's
told you
fair.
I didn't go nuts.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
No,
fuck
it's fair.
Jalen. I'm actually still pro Jalen, but I acknowledge he's playing super shittily
This is the worst stretch of his career.
since the
I
Green Bay
guess,
game.
Before we move on to the Raiders, one more coaching decision I wanted to bring up. We got the ball back with 10 seconds left near midfield in the second quarter, and we had 2 timeouts left. They could have done anything with the ball, thrown it over the middle. They could have ran the ball if they wanted to, and they took a weird shot up the sideline. And Sirianni's answer for this wasn't really great. He just said yeah, we could have done all these things, but we just took a shot up the sideline and it didn't work.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But you had 2 timeouts. You could have done any. You could have
Remember
ran
his
the ball
first-
twice.
Remember his first
And
press
then we missed the
conference?
48-yard
First
48-yard field goal.
First,
Yeah,
the first part of being smart is knowing what to do.
it's true.
It's a quote from him.
He just.
And he's our coach.
So
Yeah.
yes,
I don't really understand that
more
coaching
decisions
decision.
like that.
Then I wrote, we are wasting this defense and Vic. And Vic will retire at some point, and the Birds will be completely fucked.
That's fair.
And why can't we be New England or KC? What the fuck? Meaning having a
It can't be
chance to
easy.
legitimately
It can't
win.
be easy in this city, man.
Yeah.
I know. This is just a thought I had. Those are my questions. I'll leave it at that.
I guess if we want to move on to the Raiders game.
Sure, we can move on.
All right.
Do we have any worry about Ashton Genty when
No,
we're
he's
so
looked
bad against the run?
terrible.
They do have a terrible offensive line, so I think that's probably what it is. But
I am worried about Max Crosby.
Yeah, that's worrisome for sure.
Yeah, our tackles aren't the greatest this year.
Just our-
Even Mailata
our
is
line,
having a rough year.
Yeah. But that's all they have really defensively. I
Mhm.
don't know who else they really have, so I'm not so worried about the defense.
So they still have Bill Romanowski out there somewhere,
Yep. Yeah. They still have
biting people's fingers off.
I mean, even your boy Brock Bowers doesn't really scare me.
yeah, he's
And we have linebackers too, so
if Howie
Yep.
Long.
gives a shit.
Yeah, Zach Vaughn is gonna lock up Brock Bowers. But yeah, so I don't know. I think they should win. Obviously, I think that they should destroy this terrible offense, and frankly, the defense is bad too. So I think this should just be a rout. But we'll see.
Spread's 12.5. Yeah, they should
Yeah.
cover. Theoretically, they should cover.
Theoretically, they should win by 2 touchdowns.
The Eagles win 13-10.
I said 38-3 or 35-3 on the picks pod, and they still go under. So I'll stick with that.
If I had to guess, I would say 28-14 because there's a garbage time touchdown.
Oof, 28's a lot of points for the Birds.
Yeah. I think the Raiders get a garbage time touchdown and maybe we get a garbage time touchdown. Like it's 21-7 for a long time, and then the Raiders score and then we score to make sure.
At some point, this team's going to look like a legitimate contender, which I'm not saying they still are. This offense has to show some juice. And
Right now, I don't
these
think
and
they
the two Commanders games are the ones.
Yeah.
I thought the
The
Saquon
Bills.
run was going to give
Even the
offense-
Bills, they could show up because
Yeah.
that defense isn't great.
I thought that Saquon run was going to give the offense the juice it needed. Did not.
No.
It was
It's
like
just
the
kind of
Rams
only-
playoff game last year.
Yeah, true. Just a 1-1. So we want to move on to the Phils?
We can stop over at the Phillies real quick.
Yeah. Go Birds.
Go
Yeah.
Birds.
You can
If
tell
we're not here next week, they probably lost.
If they lose, we're not doing a pod next week, guys.
That's fair.
I'll kill myself.
Okay. Well, don't do that, but
I'm not going to do that.
okay. Save it for the pod.
Yeah, tune in next week if we lose. It'll be amazing.
It'll be a.
Somebody's going to have to post this for us, but I could teach one of these knuckleheads how to do
I'll
it.
figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I have access to the studio.
That's true.
All right, so moving off the Birds, going to the Phillies with actually some good news this week, or is it? Kyle Schwarber, the runner-up MVP of last season, who slugged 55 home runs, coming back to Philly on a 5-year, $150 million deal.
2 of those years will be good.
2 of those years will be great.
Sure.
One of them will be okay, and the other 2 are there. So
At least it's not 13 years.
it's true. So yeah, I guess Josh, your first takes on
Yeah,
the
what's
Kyle
the
Schwarber
first thing?
news.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I guess that was my take. I like it initially, probably not towards the end. And like I said, at least it's not a 13-year deal, or that we've given some of these players.
I would have loved 3 years, but 5 is fine. I'm really happy that we have Schwarber back because I don't know what else we would do, frankly.
Yeah,
I know people are like, "Oh, it's a lot of money for one, like an old Schwarber," but like, they're like, "Oh, you could do pitcher like a certain."
No, you need
regular
Schwarber in there.
thinks
Schwarber is the
that-
heartbeat of that locker room now.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that I don't know. I think it's good to keep our guys around. I don't know. I think it's this-
Now we got to go get JT for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know if he sniffs 50 home runs again this year
No, I don't think so.
or ever again.
Yeah, I don't think so.
40 maybe. He's probably like a 35 to 40 a
I think
year guy.
he will get 50 over the next 2 years.
I mean, he got his bag, so why is he going to try
It's true.
hard for 50?
They got to
He'll
finish the
get
job,
maybe
man.
70 over the next
That's what he
2
said.
years.
Yeah, they all say
Yeah,
it.
70 for the next 2 years, I can
Like
see.
40 and then 30, and then I feel like it just drops.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe it stays at 30 because he's always going to be like a solid. Anyway.
Although the World Baseball Classics this year, and we saw how players who participated in that 2 years ago fell off when the
Yeah.
regular season started after
Trey Turner.
being hot in that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Harper's reportedly going to be playing too with Schwarber, so yeah, it's a lot of things happening.
Let's go Phils.
Also on the Phil's note, Rob Thompson extended through 2027. I don't understand, but okay.
It's fine.
Let's
Who cares?
go. I mean, unless anyone else has something else to say about Rob,
That's
my next opinion is that they have to go get JT Realmuto.
true.
But then I hate that we're just keeping the same band together who hasn't been able to finish the job, and they're just getting older.
I think we need to. We've kind of dug ourselves into this hole.
We're probably going to
Absolutely.
lose. We're going to lose Bohm, somebody at some point.
I'm fine. with
We're
that.
apparently in talks for Kettle Marte, so that would mean
Yeah.
we're doing something with
Bohm's going to get moved.
no, not Boom. God, Stott. Yeah, Stotty would be on his way out.
Stott.
Let's-
I'd rather keep Stott around.
Yeah, I'd rather keep Stott than Bohm, frankly. I know Stott's a terrible hitter. but-
Even struggles the
Yeah, I
plate.
don't know.
He's
Sorry.
an elite second baseman defensively.
Our
So
best
we'll
defender.
see where that goes.
Then-
Yeah, JT, you really just need to get him back because Marshawn and Stubbs
Yeah,
aren't ready
what are
to
our other options?
platoon this.
It's a shame we got rid of that 18-year-old for Duran.
Yeah, Eduardo Tate, rest in peace, King. If you ever make it to the big leagues,
You could have been one
we'll,
of ours.
we'll
But
acknowledge you, man.
We will.
is Duran still going to be on the team next year?
2 more years.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade in my book.
Yeah, through
Get
27.
extended.
And then can we quickly acknowledge how upset New York is about losing Pete Alonso?
Yeah, so I guess that was going to be my other take on the Schwarber contract. So Schwarber's 5 years, 150 for a designated hitter. Pete Alonso got a 5-year, $155 million contract from the Orioles. It is. I don't know that we're ever going to see another designated hitter the caliber of a Kyle Schwarber hit free agency the way he did. So setting the market at 150 for 5 years for a 32-year-old, and then comparing it to Pete Alonso's contract, a position player who was probably going to hit maybe round about the same amount of home runs in the season. I think he hit 38 last year, age-wise,
How old is Schwarber now?
94, so he's 32, 31, almost 32.
32.
Schwarber is also 32.
All right, so he's not super old in baseball years.
No.
And he's a DH,
Yeah,
so
31,
he'll be all right. He only goes out in the field once every 82 games.
I mean, I know the Mets are really upset about losing him. I'd be more upset about Edwin Diaz because his was like 3 years, $69 million, and like they have so much.
He was like one of the best
money.
closers in the game, and they just didn't give shit. And he went to the Dodgers, of course.
For like nothing. $69 million? What's that?
It's a cool number, though.
Nice, yeah.
Nice. That's what that is.
Personally glad that we did not break down and sign Pete Alonso, but that's just me.
Yeah, me too.
No, fuck that guy. He's
That's
got an
that
ugly
guy.
face.
I agree. He annoys me.
Very
You
punchable
hear that,
face.
Brian Finkelstein? I'm glad your Mets got rid of those assholes.
We can leave that in.
True, we definitely.
No, I don't care.
Did you have anything?
Last thing of note, I guess, just from a prospect standpoint, the Rule 5 draft was yesterday. Basically, that's minor league players that teams did not move to the 40-man roster to protect are up for grabs. And with the third pick, the Nationals selected pitcher Griff McGarry from the Phillies. This guy's, even if you're a casual Phillies fan, you've probably heard this name floating around for a long time. At some point, he's been like rivaled to be like an Andrew Painter type starter. But then the last 2 years, it sounded like he's going to be more of like a reliever because he didn't have the stamina to go as a starter all season. So just thought it's worth noting that he was taken by a division rival and that is no longer on the roster, obviously. Good luck, Griff. Hope nothing happens exceptionally well in your career for the Nationals.
Yeah, I hope you
Yeah, we can leave it at that.
don't do well.
There we go.
Best of health to you, sir.
And that's it. Just healthy.
Please be healthy, but
But
bad
bad
at your job.
Yes.
Uh,
Agreed.
I believe that's all we need to talk about baseball-wise. Ranger, please stay.
Yeah, please.
I
It's
know
not
you
gonna happen.
won't,
He's
but-
gonna be a
but
fucking
please.
Met, like an
Go
asshole.
Phillies, don't be mad. At least be like a Red Sox or something in the AL.
Don't be a Pink Sock. Be a Red Sox.
Yeah,
Or, I don't know, get paid by the Astros because
that's fair.
all their hitters are getting old anyway.
Yeah, Astros could use some help, I guess.
All right.
I guess, do we want to kick over to the Sixers?
Yeah, I'm ready if you want to.
No hockey this week.
I'll talk hockey quick, but
Okay.
Yeah, but we can go Sixers real quick. So last week's 76ers segment got screwed up, we'll just say.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Well, it happened when the wow. It all happened when the camera went out.
There we go.
So there's
So-
a chunk of the episode missing because audio and visuals.
So
None of you made
unfortunately-
that far in the episode anyway.
Yeah,
I
that's
see my numbers.
Fair, yeah. So, anyway, going off of what I said last week, we beat the Nets. I'll make it kind of quick. We beat the Nets and the Wizards. They're both tanking teams. It's both assumed wins, but good to win those games. Obviously, like you don't want to be the basketball team that plays down to teams and plays up to teams because we've been that before. Especially when we had Brett Brown as our coach, we definitely would lose games to bad teams and win games against good teams back to back. We beat the Bucks without Giannis. That should be and was a win, so that's good. Three wins that you should easily get if you're a playoff team. The Hawks double overtime we lost the war of attrition. We have one of the better or higher paces of any team in the NBA, so we run up and down the court. We score a lot of points, but we also get scored on a lot.
And then they die.
Yeah, and in double overtime, you can't keep up with a team that just has more depth, whatever you want to call it. The Warriors game was crazy. It is the best game so far of the year, I would say. It had obviously a great finish for those who didn't see. Maxey put up a game winner that was short, and Edgecombe caught it and put it in. And
Hell yeah,
then I forget. I think it was somewhere. I forget who it was. Some Warriors guard was beelining down the court with the ball, and Maxey blocked it off the backboard to save the win. So my only take with that is that Kate Scott needs to be barred from making calls on big moments. She has ruined multiple big moments for me with just annoying things. When Bona had that block and she said like, how about Adem apples? That was really bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Instead of I have a bone. Just kidding.
I don't think she can say that.
I'm mostly kidding, but Kate Scott does. We lost to the Lakers. Luka had a huge night. The Lakers are title contenders, so you can live with a loss to them. The 76ers are currently on the last day of a 4-day break because thankfully we understand how stupid the NBA Cup is. So we lost those games on purpose. So that
For those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah, so that we get a week off so that all these teams have to play all these ridiculous games that are not, there's no meaning really to an NBA Cup in my opinion. So they play the Pacers tomorrow. They have the Hawks on Sunday. So the Hawks will be a rematch of our double overtime game. And the Pacers are without Tyrese Halliburton. So hopefully 2 wins. We'll see. I've been very pleasantly, I said this to John when we were watching the other day, they've been very pleasantly surprised by Adem Bona on offense and Jared McCain on defense. We drafted McCain in the first round as an offensive guy, and obviously the knock on him was his defense, and he's been a great defender this year. And Bona was a second-round flyer that we took, and his offense has been really good, even though we took him as a defensive guy. He's a really good defender as well. So both guys are playing very well in their second year. Edgecombe looks great as a rookie. We have a lot of really, really good young players. And yeah, so.
How's Edgecombe stacking up against Cooper Flagg?
I think currently, I believe his stats are better. Would have to look and see because I have not, truth be told.
His minutes have gone down a lot.
His minutes have gone down a lot, but his Cooper Flagg is on a team that is tanking. Anthony Davis is, I believe, hurt.
Shocker.
Yeah, Data Davis is hurt. So, all right. So, Cooper, to answer your question, Josh, Cooper Flagg averages more points than Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. The problem is
so Cooper Flagg has more points than Edgecombe.
All right. So yeah, Cooper Flagg in general has better stats than Edgecombe, unfortunately. But I would say Edgecombe is still a potential
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Right.
So shout out to the Sixers and
shout out.
Yeah. Shout out. On to the Flyers.
All right.
Let's go Fly guys.
We'll be pretty quick with the Flyers because since we've last talked, the expected things have happened. We lost to Colorado. just take it already, man.
Yeah.
We lost Colorado at home. Our biggest opportunity against the Avalanche were that they were coming off the back of a 2-game set. They had beat the Rangers the night before in overtime, so obviously we had fresh legs coming off 3 days rest. Colorado, a much more talented team than the Flyers right now. Lost 3-2 at home on that one. Tuesday we played one of the worst teams in the league, the San Jose Sharks. I was actually at this game. And it looked like a game that the Flyers were going to lose because they had like 18 shots on net, and then the Sharks scored on their very first shot that they pulled off. Flyers would come back to score 4 straight goals and win that game 4-1 in the first period.
Okay.
And then the Sharks finally put one on, and it went in. So it just felt like it was going to be one of those games.
Yeah.
Was not to be, however. Like I said, 4 straight goals, won that game 4-1. My man Noah Cates scored a goal in that game. So what more could you ask for? And then this evening we hosted the Vegas Knights. They were cowards and did not put Carter Hart in net. I don't know why.
I could think of why.
Yeah, I also think I understand.
He would have got a warm reception, guys. It would have been great.
Would have gotten a reception.
Yeah.
And the Flyers are at home tonight, right?
They were.
So yeah, it would not have been good
awesome.
for Carter Hart.
It would have been awesome.
It would have been awesome, yeah.
Anyway, the Flyers were outplayed greatly tonight. I told these guys before we started recording that they're lucky they weren't down by 6. They weren't able to win in regular.
Yeah, it's a shame they weren't able to win in regular.
They couldn't pull it off in a regular. And they got a point out of tonight.
Come on, Flyers, finish in regular.
Although I'm pretty sure the overtime goal was scored like
it should have been in regular.
16 seconds.
Yeah, it was
in overtime.
It was so fast.
Sean Couturier had no interest in guarding Mark Stone. He was standing straight up. He had one hand on a stick. I don't know what he thought he was going to do, but
He was ready to go home, man.
he was
done with
just
the game.
ready to go.
I just want to go home, man.
Really big series this weekend. We have a home and home starting in Philadelphia on Saturday and then moving to Carolina on Sunday against the Hurricanes. The series is going to tell us a lot about where the Flyers are. I know we keep saying this every week, but it's such a long season, and then these things go in ebbs and flows of how the team's playing. They've hung really well with Carolina so far this year, so
Oh, yeah.
I think it should be 2 relatively good games, but we'll see how their legs are holding up on that Sunday game. And then, depending on when we record next week, they will also play the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. So, lots to talk about next week. Do we want to go to Pitt?
Yeah, absolutely. So Pitt basketball is ass, and I will no longer be talking about Pitt basketball. I watch every so often. I'll watch a Pitt basketball game. Full disclosure, I do not. I'm not a huge Pitt basketball guy. I watched them a lot. Obviously, when I went there, I would go to games a lot because it's cheap, and they were fun. But until we make a coaching change, we're not going to do anything. We're so bad.
Is their basketball coach worse than Narduzzi?
Yeah, for
a
sure.
football
Yeah,
coach.
for sure. Because Narduzzi's a really good recruiter, and Jeff Capel was Coach K, like one of his close
Disciples.
assistants. Yeah. So, but he just isn't the same at all.
So you're saying he's not capable?
Yes.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
like that a lot. He's not capable at all. So anyway, so Pitt basketball has upcoming games against Villanova, Binghamton, and Penn State. I won't be watching any of them. We'll probably lose all of them. So whatever. Hail to Pitt in that regard, but the basketball team needs to make a change. In football news, we got the Go Bowling Military Bowl. That's literally what it's called, Go Bowling Military Bowl.
Wow.
It's in Annapolis, Maryland, and we will be taking on the East Carolina University Pirates that have a very, very cool color scheme and uniform. But outside of that, I hope we win. I just hope
It sounds like they should win.
Yeah, we should win.
Sounds like if you
They're
play
not a
college
power.
football, it
Yeah.
seems like a team you would just beat.
They are not a Power 5 school. They're what's called a G5 school. So it's all the other FC or FBS schools that are not, I guess Power 4 now because the Pac-12 doesn't exist
You're
anymore.
saying all these words. I have no.
Wow. So to college football fans, no. So we should win, but yeah, we'll see. And I guess we'll go on to John to wrap it up with
Penn State.
Pennsylvania State University.
Pennsylvania State.
I guess on that note, we'll start with the bowl game that Penn State received.
That's right. I forgot.
Clemson, right?
Yeah, Clemson in the
Pinstripe
2025, not just the Pinstripe Bowl, the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Wait. Hold on. Let me produce this show a little bit. What's the bowl name of you guys are in?
The Go Bowling Military Bowl.
And you have?
The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
They both sound like shit.
They're both.
I don't know
mowing.
who wins.
Our game's in Yankee Stadium, if that
That card
brings
doesn't
any
win at all.
any clout with it.
Our game is in, I believe, where they play. Wait, where did it say? Go Bowling.
But it's a noon Saturday game before New Year's Eve, so that's how
Nude
you know
Saturday?
it's bad. Noon Saturday. You can Google it, my friend.
Noon Saturday game. Sounds fun.
Big noon 30 game.
It's at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, so it's the Naval Academy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what the dues does, but big dues.
Yeah, a lot of seniors and important players are already opting out of playing in this game. So I mean, I'll have it on.
Yeah.
It's just going to be whatever. The only funny thing about this game is that the preseason rankings of Penn State was 2 and the preseason ranking of Clemson was 4, all to wind up in the Bad Boy Mower Pinstripe Bowl.
It would have been funny if it was 6-7.
Well,
Get off the podcast.
Okay. Gonna take my shit and go home, guys. Enjoy
Just carry-
finish. Enjoy finish.
Carry all the mics. Obviously, big news for Penn State right now. Finally found a coach after 54 days without having a head coach. The longer it went on, the more I was convinced Terry Smith was just going to become the permanent coach.
You were pros Terry Smith too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the players were really about him. He was like a homegrown guy.
So are you sad now?
I'll tell you next year,
okay.
2 years.
Fair point.
Episode 235. We'll talk about it.
Do you think we're gonna make it that far?
I guess
We'll
we'll see. Sky's the limit, brother.
true.
Matt Campbell, formerly of Iowa State. Sorry, almost said Ohio State. Signed an 8-year contract worth $70.5 million.
Yo.
It's a long contract and a big number for a guy that's really not been proven at this type of competition. Obviously, everything you hear about him right now is glowing. I'm not going to act like I know the guy or how his recruiting is going to transfer from Iowa State to a Penn State. I think the best thing that's coming out of this is all of the coordinators are being replaced. Shout out Jordan Lower. I told you about this podcast, and you will definitely not watch this far into this show ever.
Nobody has.
Beginning of last season, he's talked about how bad Jim Knowles was for Ohio State and how he was going to be a problem. And he definitely was a problem for Penn State. So it's nice that we get to air out the cabinet, as it were, and he gets to bring in his own guys.
So no more Terry Smith?
Terry Smith actually got a pay raise and is staying on the team for at least 4 more years.
That's
so
cool.
Well deserved, I think, for the job he did under the circumstances. He was
I assume that you're
kind of asked to step up.
Pro that.
Yeah, I mean, and then if Matt Campbell doesn't work out, he's already there. so we'll see. I guess the order I'll present this. Big NFL names that people would know that have come out and said the best things about Matt Campbell. Quarterback Brock Purdy. Obviously, he had him at Iowa State.
Boo.
Running back Breece Hall from the Jets. Will McDonald IV, also from the Jets, defensive end. And then David Montgomery of the Lions all came out and had really nice things to say
All Iowa State guys.
about Matt Campbell as a coach, a person, and just like a leadership figure for their teams. Big knock right now on Matt Campbell is if you look at his record against any ranked team, he's 14-26. James Franklin, for the record, was 13-26. So a lot of people are saying we're just replacing Franklin with Franklin. But I think when you look at a 14-26 from an Iowa State against ranked competition versus
it's
that as
a
Penn State, so
playing with different talent,
and the expectations are much different for sure. So whoever wants to throw that knock at him, again, I think we just have to wait and see how he builds. I would say not this year, but year 2 and 3 is really going to show what kind of coach he can be at this level of, hopefully this level of competition, and continues to carry on the Penn State.
So he doesn't even really get to recruit this year, right? He's kind of stuck with what he's doing.
I mean, with the way college football is now, when the transfer portal opens, that's going to be
a lot of
crazy.
Iowa State guys.
I think Iowa State guys are going to come. Yeah. A lot of Franklin guys or guys who came in under the assumption Franklin was going to stay there will leave. So it's going to take a while for the dust to settle on all of that.
Same with Michigan, with Sherrod Moore.
Oh yeah, I mean, guys are already transferring out of there.
Yeah, so that's going to be a huge thing too to watch. And frankly, for Pitt, that's really big because Michigan and Pitt, some reason, have some crossover recruiting wise often. I don't know why. So maybe it's the color similarity, but oftentimes kids who go to Michigan, their second choice will be Pitt. So hopefully we'll get some. Same with Michigan State. No, I know Narduzzi is from Michigan State. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know if it's he just recruits heavily in Michigan. But yeah. Anyway, I think that was the Friend Zone
I think
podcast.
That's going to be this week's episode of the Friend Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick episode, 43 minutes.
Yeah, Josh, if you want to hit our outro, and we can
sure.
These good people that have lasted this long.
Nobody lasts this long.
Wow.
You try.
Hopefully.
You can edge, and you'll never make it to the end.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
One day, people will stop being constant, listen to the whole show.
for gems like that.
Yeah. All right. So while we're here, I'll do the pod outro. And I do want to give a huge thank you to all who have watched or listened to this.
Or took the time to subscribe.
Please subscribe, like, comment, follow, ding all the bells. Find us on IG and Twitter and X at Friendzone Pod. You know how to spell it by now. Do I have to sing the song again? I think I'm contractually obligated. Wow. Contractually obligated to sing the song.
Can you sing the song after?
PHRIENDCONEPOD. Say it, sing it, learn it, love it. Type it, click it. There you'll find our link tree with all our links. Go figure. That's fucking weird, right? But do it. Tell some friends. Tell your mom before I do. Please tell everybody because we want a few more followers. We're at 23 now, so we did gain a few. So that's something.
Let's get to 30 by next week.
30 would be nice. Next week's a high ask. By the end of the month, maybe for Christmas.
By the New Year.
35. 35 by the New Year.
By December 29th, we should be at 30. Right?
Perfect.
Right, guys? We can do that.
Sure.
And thank you for watching and listening and loving us. Again, tell people, please.
See ya.
Because I can only repeat myself to the same 23 people over and over again without anything happening. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
later, dickheads.
Love you guys.
See ya.
We love you. Bye.